Okay, so this is finding function values using definitions of the trig functions, and we are doing this without a calculator. Now, this is using definitions of the trig function, so kind of thinking back to sine is y over r, the y value over the radius, cosine is x over r, tangent is y over x. Because we're not using the unit circle here, but we're not using a calculator either. So they're going to want exact answers, not decimal answers. All right, so first thing we need to do is we need to look in this middle piece where it says arctangent of 1 is 3/2. So remember what arctangent is actually doing. That means we're looking for the angle. So what this is actually saying to me is that tangent of theta is 3/2. So now if I scroll back up to my little chart up here, I can look and see that tangent is only in quadrants 1 and 4. But if you think about tangent and you think about our little, I don't know what that's called, acronym thingy, but I don't think that's what you call it. All students take calculus. Tangent is not positive in quadrant 4. So that means that we have to be in quadrant 1 here. So I'm going to write that just so I know where I am. And so I'm going to set up, now that I know that, I'm going to set up a drawing. So I know I'm over here in quadrant 1 somewhere. Don't worry, this doesn't have to be exact. And tangent is y over x. So in this triangle that I have created for myself, this is theta. I know my y value is 3 and my x value is 2. So I can use Pythagorean theorem to find my r value. So my r value is square root 13. So that means that sine of theta is 3 over square root 13, which I have to rationalize, square root 13. And that gives me 3 square root 13 over 13. All right, and then we're going to do a similar thing for this next one. Let me switch colors here. All right, so this is actually telling me that cosine of theta is going to equal to negative 5/13. So scrolling back up, let's look at where arc cosine is in quadrants 1 and quadrant 2. Well, cosine, everything's positive in quadrant 1, and this value is negative. So I have to be in quadrant 2. So I know I'm in quadrant 2. So that's, I can set up my drawing in quadrant 2. And I know cosine, so there's theta. Cosine is adjacent, or the x value. So that's this piece. And that's where my negative comes from because it's going this way, over 13. I can use Pythagorean theorem. So 13 squared minus 5 squared equals the y value. Or if you knew that that was Pythagorean triple, you would know that that's 12. So tangent. All right, I have to voice over myself here because I don't know what I was thinking. I wrote it down wrong, but tangent is y over x, so it's 12 over negative 5.